Alright, so I believe through whatever practice may have led this to be here, I have achieved essentially enlightenment. Though I still use the word I contextually, there is no one here necessarily. You know, I'll slip sometimes, more often than not, but if I'm aware and etc., whatever. Anyway, but I realized something about the mindset of, no self. The mindset of relaxed, of not thinking, of just watching, of just chilling. And I realized I was familiar with this mindset. And it's a very powerful mindset because you're just watching. All of your, all of your mental power is focused on taking in phenomena, you know? And so your instinct, your body, your reflexes, your flow state decision maker, whatever you want to call it, can just go, and you can just be your very best at all times, just constantly, because you're just looking. That's all that you're doing, right? And so your habits will just happen by themselves. Your actions will just go by themselves because you're totally in flow state, input output, right? And that's basically what enlightenment is kind of being in flow state at all times. And so I had already discovered this. Like, I figured out how to have that mindset in a very restricted way, in a very egoic way. But that type of an infinite mindset that just watches and is only in the moment and is always, attack, or, well, not attack, but, always looking, always trying, always something. I called it the insanity, you know? I called it the insanity for a while because it was only in the moment and just wanted to do all sorts of stuff, but it was always really, really smart. And it could handle basically any situation at any time. And it could do whatever it wanted. And that was a different mindset that I had in addition to my normal self, my three selves metaphor or whatever. There was also the insanity self, I could call it, which was essentially constant flow state, which in my current understanding, there's no way to talk right, but basically, since I'm fucking enlightened now, it's very, very similar, and I just feel, I still just feel fine about it. Like, I still feel like fucking enlightened about it. It's just like a thing that I remember from my past. So it's just a thought, really, if we want to go there, but I just think it's cool, and it definitely gives, me some validation in my improvement work. Because I've been doing improvement work for about 5 years, and to know that I had tapped into something like this, something this intense, it's no wonder that I was so, it's no wonder that I got so far and did everything. It's because I had access to this level of peace in that insanity, because it did feel peaceful in the moment. It was just constantly just always looking, that type of deal. And enlightenment isn't like that necessarily, because there's no real actions being taken. You're just kind of allowing everything to go, letting it go isn't about putting it down or dropping it. Letting it go is about letting everything move. Just literally stop putting everything on yourself and stop trying to think that you have control over everything. And so much easier said than done, I know. But you just, go into flow state. You just stop. You just let the body take over. The input controls the output. Just like everything else in nature. Come on. That's about it. And now, things just happen and I don't worry about it. And if thoughts pop up, I don't really worry about them. And they sometimes go away, and they sometimes stay. And sometimes I make videos like this. So, things just happen as they happen. This is just what's going on. And that's basically enlightenment in a nutshell. And I think that's the end of my video, honestly. Hope you have a wonderful life, up until you disappear into the void. And, you just, fucking join infinity, I guess. This is the most infinite thing that there is, so guess I gotta do that if I'm an infinity worshiper.